Good morning and welcome to day 5 of Urban Agoge. Yes, so this is more like it. Azure sky, lovely weather. Let's head off for a bit. Yeah. So, according to the Army Fitness Regimen, I'm to do a 40-minute walk today, which I've already done, which is cool. A little bit muddy here still. So I went and did my grocery shopping. The shopping centre where I live is 20 minutes walk away, so I walked down there and I probably bought about somewhere between 15 and 20 kilos of stuff. You know, cans, eggs, tuna, bananas, lots and lots of bananas. I bought 3 kilos of bananas alone. So it's kind of a... So as Harlequin would put it, I burgened on the way back. That's, you know, brisk walking with a loaded burgen. And whilst 15 kilos probably isn't, you know, the whole thing, that, you know, everything that a soldier might carry, but it's still, you know, mile and a bit weighed down. So I think I've satisfactorily completed how am I going to get down here? I don't think I'm going to get down here, not safely, not without falling over. Although, if you take a look down there, it's pretty steep. And I would like another hand or another point of contact with the ground. This is why hikers carry sticks. I'm going to go down backwards. Always better to go down backwards. Adventuresome. Whoop. And I was catching the mic cable. Right. So yes. There's me. Slightly muddier. But yeah. So that was definitely a bit of exercise. But yes, it's another episode of Urban Agoge. A little moorhen over there. Probably not going to see it. It's gone now. We're back down by the river. So so I feel that I've fulfilled my exercise requirements. So, given that I'm going to be very busy next week with my friend coming to stay, and you'll see him, has been on a very few episodes of Rangers, goes by the online handle of Slow, and he's the person that really got me into the whole wild camping and bushcrafting and stuff like that. And I'd probably say I'm still probably not your 100% bushcrafter. I'm not enough of a hippie. but I do try and take care of the environment in which I find myself in. So yeah, so you know, it's kind of like more adaptive stuff. I think I've always been into flexible responses to immediate problems. But yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, so as I've gone on and on and on about, I'll be doing the Oldham Way next week. That's only going to take 2 days. I've got this mild, that was just passing someone, so I've got this mild paranoia about filming people when they haven't given their consent, and I'm old enough to have that paranoia of being worried about talking to yourself among people you don't know. There's probably a sort of like a genetic memory. You don't want to look like a nut job in front of people you don't know, just in case they get frightened of you and decide to drive you away from the village type thing. So yeah, you're back in the woods. This is just probably going to be a short video because I like to get a video out to you guys every day. That might not happen next week. I might see what the reception's like and maybe live stream from somewhere just so you get some video. Monday is going to be difficult. I'm still hoping to get a video a day out. That might be possible. I might have to miss out Monday, or get up amazingly early for a quick walk in the woods. Don't know yet. So yeah, but there should be a few videos next week. It's just that I will be busy hanging out with my friend and maybe doing some extra wild camping. So there will be some survival stuff next week. Tomorrow's a rest day, although there will be a video tomorrow in the woods because I do like doing these. See, that's your Steve Corey thing, isn't it? It's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I hope you guys haven't forgotten that. And this is where you go for the win-win. You know, do something you enjoy, help people. And it'd be nice, you know, if we could find those things that we enjoy, and then another one of the Stephen Corey things is seek first one to understand, then to be understood. But I was, you know, I was moved by the spirit of the agoge. I suppose it's really going to be an agoge. We need an oracle. You know, how do we find out A, what we're good at, and B, you know, can we teach that thing to other people? And I guess the only way to find out what it is you're actually good at is to try a whole bunch of stuff. So maybe, just maybe, there needs to be some kind of skill smorgasbord where there are certain things that we, you know, we as an enlightened new brand of the species, that'd be great if 100 years from now it's actually a thing where people go, oh no, it's my gap year, I'm doing the agoge, where people go and sort of go, right, I need to be way more competent, I need to be fit, I need to be capable. That'd be really interesting. What a brilliant gap year that would be. Yes, I've finished my high school or secondary education, and then I went and did the agoge. I travelled to at least 5 different countries. I became fit. I understood nutrition. I turned into essentially a Skint Batman. Skint Batman! So that'd be pretty funny. But yeah, why not? You know, who doesn't want to be Batman or the Punisher, or, you know, I mean, you don't want the post-traumatic stress disorder of the Punisher, but who doesn't want to be like a ton more capable? And it is really strange. It's so strange when you talk to people, and it's sort of like, you know, you get a lot of people going sort of, oh, I wish I could do that. And it's like, you know, look at the first couple of videos. You know, when I've only been out walking for a couple of days and I haven't done any exercises, but I've just gone, right, this shit's got to change. You know. But it's an interesting point of philosophy. You know, you are multitudes. We do contain multitudes. There's loads of things that we can do. We're humans. We've evolved to adapt. You know, there are humans in every part of the world, on every continent. And they're doing pretty good. So yeah, there's even a reasonably good chance we can survive on Mars or the Moon. Everywhere else looks to be very, very, very hostile. But yeah, why don't we have permanent undersea bases? I mean, we possibly do. You know, why don't, you know, and I think the Chinese are definitely working on that whole moon base thing, and that's kicked NASA into touch. Nothing like competition. Humans thrive on competition. It's just a shame it's over money or resources. You know, there's so much space in the solar system. You know, there's so much, you know, there's so much space underground. You know, there's so much space in Australia. Oh, it's just unbelievable. It's utterly astounding. But yeah, I'll stop getting depressed about humanity and its drive for oxytocin. It's so pathetic. I mean, it's micrograms of oxytocin that are the kind of success, I'm part of my tribe chemical. And it drives people to do some really horrific things. And it drives them to do interesting stuff. I mean, look at something like, you know, all the technology we can access for no money. Look at the way that people build a livelihood out of getting that technology to people. It just bothers me. It bothers me incredibly that, you know, you could get electronics kits, you know, really safe ones for children. You know, push a button, a light comes on, push a button, a buzzer sounds, move a hand too close to an ultrasonic unit and the buzzer sounds. You know, we don't teach our children about all the groovy stuff, which is insane. There's groovy stuff everywhere. And if you're the sort of person that works in a hack space, you know, you need to get children in there, you know. But yeah, what if somebody has an accident? You know, what if, you know, what sort of insurance do we need? I'm going to start heading back. Right, but yeah, revolution, people. I'm kind of fixated on this now, so I'm sorry, but we do need a revolution, even if it's only one person at a time, one human of the revolution become fit. Way. Still, I haven't fallen over yet. yeah. So I think I'm going to designate next week as Adventure Week, because I'm certainly not going to want to do a 5k run on Monday, knowing that I've got, you know, I'll be walking 60k with a pack over Monday and Tuesday. But there will be a shitload of footage. There really will be lots and lots and lots of footage, because I'm taking about 150 gigabytes of micro SD cards. I'm taking 4 batteries for this camera because I've got other action cameras. I'm taking a charger. I'll be, you know, got knives, sharp sticks, you know. And maybe it is only a small percentage of people that are capable of doing this, but say it's 1%. 1% of people that are quietly living their lives want to do something better. That's still 300 million people. 300 million people. So that 1%, and I'm being very, very pessimistic, I think at least 1% of people are the sorts of people that can reconfigure things to suit themselves. You know, as Amanda Palmer says, one of the 2 crushes I've one of my 2 celebrity crushes. The other one's Sarah Pascoe, but that's because she's beautifully evil. But as Amanda Palmer says, you know, when does someone start to notice what of those children, you know, the children that notice that, and to quote her, that this looks like this, that cotton wool looks like clouds, that the shadow, a stripy shadow across a desk looks like bars on a tiger's cage. You know, somebody that can make a whimsical cross connection, an artistic connection. You know, those people have the shaman gene. And to be honest, I don't know whether it's a good idea to concentrate those people, you know, to get them to a Schola Tactica so that they can work out ways to improve everything. Do you look at the world in a weird way? Do your friends think you're weird? That's probably because you have the one gene that stops you from being an ordinary member of the tribe. You have that gene that allows you to make little creative jumps. You have that gene that goes, despite a lack of training, I could probably do that. I understand this. That can plan. That can say, if only I had a piece of wood this shape, I could build this. So yeah, it's interesting. You know, when I look at the Rangers Discord, which is attached to the channel that I'm part of, and if you want to chat to interesting people with a dark sense of humour, you should probably get in contact at urbanagoge@mail.com, and then you can find out that you're not alone, because it does feel pretty lonely. You know, I'm not talking about the people that are good at one thing. That's great. You know, we always need people that are quite good at specialising. We need those people that can do nothing useful but code. We need those people that can do certain things extremely well, you know, as long as they're productive. But those people, you know, the polymaths of the world, and the people that what's the word for self-taught? I don't know what it is. There is a word. It'll come up at the bottom here. But yeah. There are people that just can take 3 interesting ideas and turn them into something amazing. And we need to get those people. Because I think, you know, another author I hugely respect, a guy called Robert Cringely, who wrote Triumph of the Nerds and Nerds 2.0, based on a book that he wrote called Accidental Empires, all worth looking up. Triumph of the Nerds and Nerds 2.0 are both on YouTube at the moment, so they're well worth checking out. And Cringely has 3 rules. 1, the computer revolution happened by accident. 2, the people who brought about that revolution were all amateurs. And 3, they still are. Cringely's awesome. So yeah. So, but he's very much of the opinion that the best programmers in the world are waiting tables and, you know, emptying bins and doing all sorts of super menial jobs because their kind of flexibility isn't appreciated or valued. And because it isn't appreciated or valued, we don't know how to find it. Imagine, you know, a few creatively interesting people that will come out with ideas totally off the wall, you know, just sitting in a think tank. Maybe that would be a cool thing to create. Do you want to be part of a volunteer think tank, people out there? You know, it kind of, yes, it's fairly self-selecting, but, you know, it could be cool. Again, that's what comments are for. So yeah, so we've got a couple of tasks. You know, A, we need to get a think tank together. B, we need to spread this so that people go, ah, yes, all-round superhumans, that would be handy. And then, you know, decide what constitutes a full Ogoge course. You know, what are those skills? I mean, I'm biased because you know, the skills I want to learn seem to be the useful and important skills, but I could definitely do with learning to code a bit more because I'm very, very shaky on that. I can do it if I've got a really specific thing that I want to do because I've got the internet. Like Richard Feynman, show me the map of the cat, which was his big thing. It's sort of like, why should I learn the name of everything when you can just give me a map of, or a list of all those names, and then I can talk to you in your language and come up with some new ideas. Has to be said, Richard Feynman did annoy the life out of people, and he was largely sexist, and he wasn't a great, you know, wasn't always a fantastic human being, but he was brilliant. And I'm not as smart as Feynman, no way, but I'm curious. Wow. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. No path for you. Let's have a look. So even more of that tree's fallen down. That's awesome. But it is interesting that in only a day there's like a new stomped out little path that will become a path if you leave it long enough. Huh? There's like an instinctive adaptability. So yeah, I think we could come up with a skill set, you know, an Ogoge skill set. I mean, imagine making that a qualification. What did you do at university? I learned to be competent and relevant. I understand first aid, I am civil defense trained, I'm fit. I can program a 3D printer. I can do light engineering, I know of electronics, and I can program a computer. You know, you add in some kind of like combat skill into that and some survival stuff, you've essentially got like some of the most dangerous soldiers ever. You have, you know, Neo-Spartans. Let's get some Mjolnir armor. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it, because that's way too much rambling. That's a kind of nail to a bit of stick level of rambling. So yeah, so as always, thanks for watching, and do take care. I've got chores to do. See you tomorrow.